Cheers to the doers, the ones who don't stop, the ones who move our city forward by building and rebuilding better. These are the dreamers who kept pushing when the going got tough and who inspire us at TechTown every day. As we gather for the 6th annual Toast of the Town Salute Awards to celebrate entrepreneurship, we also recognize the role TechTown plays in building a truly equitable economy. We know that when everyone has a seat at the table, it translates to economic independence for founders and owners and creates jobs in our communities. So raise a glass, sit back, and see how TechTown does economic development differently. One entrepreneur, one donor, one believer at a time.
Hello, and welcome all to Toast of the Town, TechTown's annual celebration of entrepreneurship. We have a big-time presenting sponsor this year, Bank of America, and we're incredibly grateful for all that they do to support Detroit's small businesses. My name is Alondra Bolger, and I'm excited to be here today at Wayne State University's Industry Innovation Center to share the stories of Detroit's dreamers and doers who move our city forward. As the executive director of COAC Detroit, Southeast Michigan's regional hub for nonprofit capacity building and collaboration, which functions as an initiative of TechTown, I know firsthand the power of an entrepreneurial approach to solving community challenges. COAC specializes in nonprofit support, and TechTown specializes in small businesses. But we share the same philosophy that collaboration, connection, and inclusive community building drive the innovative solutions that make our world a better place. Today, we're going to celebrate the great diversity of people and businesses doing just that, making our world from neighborhoods to nations a better place. We're fortunate to be able to extend our celebration beyond Wayne State's campus to Southwest Detroit's Ford Resource and Engagement Center, which some of you may know as the FREC. We're grateful for Comcast Business and the DTE Energy Foundation's support of the broadcast from that location. I'm coming to most of you online. We have viewers from all over the world and are proud to be celebrating in both English and Spanish. In addition to a lot of heartwarming stories about entrepreneurs and small business owners who are thriving, you can also expect special guests, a milestone anniversary, 2 giant checks, mini documentaries on our Salute Awards, and your chance to vote live for People's Choice Salute Award. Whether you're tuning in virtually, here with me, or at the FREC, please join the conversation on Facebook Livestream or TechTown's website chat. You'll find links to things like People's Choice voting and, of course, the donation page. You've already signaled your passion for the power of entrepreneurship to transform lives and communities by being here today. We also invite you to invest in TechTown, a nonprofit who's working hard to make that vision a reality every single day. Because we're a nonprofit, TechTown can't achieve our mission to make sure that every single person has the opportunity to launch and grow a business without funding from the generous support of our entire community. Whether you're someone who gave $5 when you RSVP'd, or you're about to give $5 now, a corporate sponsor of tonight's event, or a foundation committed to doing economic development differently with us, we thank you. These are the folks that stepped up at the highest levels to sponsor today's event and to make sure TechTown can keep serving our community. Bank of America, Accenture, Comcast Business, DTE Energy Foundation, EY, Henry Ford Health System, JP Morgan Chase, New Economy Initiative, Walker Miller Energy Services, and our media sponsor, 101.9 WDET. There are countless others who've contributed, and we thank you. Now, let's get our celebration started with a message from Toast of the Town's presenting sponsor, Bank of America.
Hi, I'm Matt Elliott, President of Bank of America Detroit. On behalf of my 2,000 teammates here in the Motor City and around the state of Michigan, we'd like to congratulate all of the nominees and awardees for this year's Toast of the Town. We'd also like to thank and congratulate President Wilson, Ned Stabler, and the entire TechTown team for their support of the dreamers, doers, and makers that make up Detroit's small business community. At Bank of America, we define our purpose as making financial lives better, one connection at a time. And we're grateful and proud to have been connected to TechTown for many, many years, and also grateful to support this year's Toast of the Town. So congratulations to all the awardees and nominees, and thank you for all that you do here for us here in Detroit.
Thank you, Bank of America, for that hearty congratulations.
My apologies, the mic was not on. I hope you were able to hear some of what I said. Just in case you weren't, let me just start over again. My apologies. I do want to thank you, Alondra, and I'm sorry for that mishap. This is certainly a great thank you for all your efforts to help nonprofit and community organizations in Southeast Michigan accelerate their transformative impact. And as chair of the TechTown board, I'm so pleased to welcome you in person this year to Toast of the Town. This annual fundraiser really is a momentous occasion when we pause to reflect on the importance of our work and what it means to open doors of economic opportunity for all Detroiters. And it gives us the opportunity to honor the hard work of entrepreneurs like the Salute Awards. This year, we're thrilled to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Wayne State Office of Economic Development and showcase how our organizations work in close partnership to catalyze businesses in Midtown and across Detroit. We'll look back on the 10 years since my predecessor, President Allen, the Office of Economic Development, animating President Irvin D. Reed's vision of Wayne State as an economic engine, charged with elevating the university's economic impact and stimulating growth in the wake of the Great Recession. OED has driven investments and led special projects designed to meet the needs of our community at any given moment. For example, in 2013, Goldman Sachs chose Wayne State to lead Detroit's 10,000 Small Business Program, and you'll see the results of that partnership in graduates like our 2021 Valencia Stottemeyer Small Business Champion, my friend, Carla Walker Miller, whose business and civic leadership are making a huge difference for our community. As we celebrate this milestone anniversary, we acknowledge that Wayne State University benefits from its location in the great city of Detroit, as much as the city benefits from the university's presence. We also know that our work is more important than ever. TechTown and Wayne State are helping our community emerge from the economic challenges of today, and we are ready to embrace the economic opportunities of tomorrow. So whether you're participating in person or online, thank you so very much for joining this special celebration.
I saw the opportunity for us to become a leader.
It was about trying to figure out how we could utilize the assets of the university.
Without the Office of Economic Development, our student basic needs services would not be where they are today.
Our relationship with TechTown also amplifies what we're able to do.
Wayne State and the OED, they help build the marketplace.
When I came to Wayne State in 1997, I found a campus which was physically in the middle of the greatest economic potential that there was, and that was the city of Detroit. But it was at that time potential, and that led me to say, what do we have that are strengths that we could match up with what's in the city? And that was a faculty, a strong faculty of researchers and so on, and that led eventually to the development of TechTown. And that was the beginning of the lead into the Office of Economic Development.
So about 10 years ago, I'm working for the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, and I got a call from Ed Hunter. They said, Alan Gilmore, the president of Wayne State, wants to talk to you. And I said, well, he's a legend. I'll go and talk to him. What does he want to talk about? And he said, he wants to talk about economic development. I said, I actually know something about that. Cool. So I came down to meet Alan, and he said, Ned, I'd like you to do economic development for the university. And I said, what's economic development for a university? And he said, I don't know, let's figure it out. And that's kind of how we started. It was really about trying to figure out how we could utilize the assets of the university to more effectively promote equitable growth in Midtown, in Detroit, and in the region. And what started with one person and the support of a visionary leader turned into 70 people being able to support thousands of small businesses and have a really major impact across the city.
The Office of Economic Development says, what can we do to enrich our city, to enrich our community, and to make it a great place for students? And that's how they lead. I mean, think about the MoGo bikes, the queue line, the bike lanes in the streets, the Woodward and Warren Park, the pop-up events, the transportation resources that they have brought to students. I have to tell you, without the Office of Economic Development, our student basic needs services would not be where they are today.
It's important to recognize that the kind of work that OED has been involved with is not necessarily what all universities feel is part of their mission. I think we do, and I think as a result, we're gaining more from our relationship with the community. And I think that our relationship with TechTown also amplifies what we're able to do for the community and vice versa, what the community can do for us.
It's the work that the Office of Economic Development at Wayne State University did, quite frankly, that was the catalyst for, in my perspective and experiences, the investment in Midtown, which spilled over into downtown and others continuing to invest. And so when you have a key institution say economic development matters, community matters, small businesses matter, you begin to get the attention of the regional and state legislators and investors and corporations, quite frankly, who didn't necessarily understand how could they make economic development happen. But Wayne State and the OED, they helped build the marketplace.
Wayne State's been a key part of the anchor strategy that was really put together about a decade ago by a national consulting firm working with us and local philanthropy to try to figure out how some of our local institutions who generate so much economic impact and jobs, service so many students and clients, could really help and catalyze more impact throughout the Woodward Corridor in a whole variety of ways.
So I think there are a lot of parallels to today to when we started the office 10 years ago. Then we were coming out of the Great Recession. Now hopefully we're going to be coming out of the COVID recession, which really has been two-tiered. So folks at the bottom end of the economic spectrum are still really struggling. And those are the folks that we serve. Those are the folks that we're most committed to. So there is a ton of work for us to do to make sure that everyone gets to participate in the economy. And this time around, as we rebuild, we can address those issues of institutional racism and structural inequality. And I think that has to be our focus for the next 10 years at Wayne State and TechTown.
A project of Wayne State's Office of Economic Development that is really close to my heart is the Detroit Revitalization Fellows. I had the opportunity to serve as a fellow in the 2-year leadership program, that allowed me to work collaboratively with leaders across sectors in our region on some of the most pressing challenges and some of the most promising opportunities. This approach is also at the heart of the work that I lead at COAC Detroit. And now I have the distinct pleasure and honor of introducing Ned Stabler, CEO and President of TechTown and Vice President of Economic Development at Wayne State University.
Thank you, Alondra. Hi, everyone, and again, welcome to Toast of the Town. I'm thankful to be live right here at Wayne State's Industry Innovation Center with a handful of team members and guests. I'm so grateful to them and to you for joining me today, whether you're here, watching at home, or down in Southwest Detroit at the FREC. I'm standing on a stage built to showcase the innovation of Detroiters. And though you may not be able to tell, it was actually built large enough to hold a car or a truck. Why? Because for 100 years, Detroit has moved the world. And as the automobile goes electric and connected and autonomous, Detroit is still leading the way. And today, in front of an intimate live audience and hundreds of virtual viewers, I'm going to show you how TechTown is leading the way to achieving economic independence for founders and owners and creating jobs right here in our community. I'm also going to tell you about some of the most determined, creative Detroit entrepreneurs who, in the face of a global pandemic and economic crisis that no one ever imagined, rolled up their sleeves and locked virtual arms with their TechTown business coach and traveled the most potholed, unknown roads to success. Stories like Raquel Ramirez de Lozano from El Popo Market, who'd done all the hard work necessary to fill a gap she saw in her neighborhood. Her customers wanted convenient vegetarian and vegan-friendly grab-and-go foods. Of course, just when she couldn't be more excited to roll out her new salad bar, a global pandemic upended her plans. You'll learn more about Raquel later in the program when she is honored with a 2021 Salute Award. Do you remember last year when I spoke during Toast of the Town about the February of the future, where the economy works for everyone? I know you do. Well, I want to revisit this vision again because it's just as relevant today as it was a year ago. But now, I want you to imagine how we get to that future. We have to measure economic development by the small, locally grown businesses that make a difference in their communities, and not just by where big businesses put their headquarters. Because these small businesses and local entrepreneurs are making a difference every day in Detroit, and they're the reason we are here today. And TechTown has been there for all of them. Through education, coaching, financial support, and capital roadmaps, TechTown supported 1,731 entrepreneurs through some of the hardest decisions they ever had to make last year. But that's just a number, right? 1,731. What does it mean to actually touch the lives of 1,700 people and their families? It means helping founders accelerate their tech ideas and supporting small business owners so they can keep their employees on the payroll. But at TechTown, we're not just about quantity. I could not be more proud of the fact that 100% of the brick and mortar businesses served by 313 Strong, our one-on-one coaching program, have stayed open throughout COVID. And it's important to note that through intentional, inclusive best practices, the people we serve at TechTown more closely mirror the residents of this community than they did in years past. More than 80% of entrepreneurs served from March 2020 through March 2021 were from Black or brown communities. More than half, 57% of them, used the pronouns she, her, hers, and 12% were immigrants to the United States. Why does this matter? Well, it matters because the average white family in America has 10 times the net worth of the average Black family. 10 times. Well, TechTown is determined to close that gap. And we know that entrepreneurship is one of the most effective ways to build wealth that transcends generations. We've known that Detroiters had talent and innovative ideas. We just needed to remove the barriers to entry. And so Start Studio was born, a program of intensive idea validation for emerging founders with a tech idea. 2 years ago, the representation of Black tech founders participating in TechTown's programs was below 20%. Now, that was more than double the national average for accelerators, but it's still awful, and I'm certainly not going to pat myself on the back and pretend it's not. Well, I'm thrilled to say today that through our efforts, that number has more than tripled over the past year, and Black founders now make up more than 60% of our tech clients. And we're just getting started. In true TechTown style, we knew that the work that we've been doing was futile without solving perhaps the hairiest of problems our clients face, creating equitable access to cash. Did you know that almost all of the earliest capital for new tech founders comes from their family and their friends and their credit cards? To even get a start, tech founders need the resources, network, and capital to create a minimum viable product. But how do you do that when you can't go to a wealthy relative and just ask for the 50 grand you need? Well, Black tech founders at the earliest stages of their business are expected to receive financial support from their network in a country where the average Black family's net worth is 1/10 that of a white family. So it's no wonder that in the first half of this year, just 1% of the share of venture capital in America went to Black-owned companies. Well, TechTown's not the kind of place where we sit back and just hope someone else solves a problem. So we asked you to join us, and we launched the TechTown Startup Fund in April. 138 of you answered the call, and we're going to announce the first 2 recipients of $10,000 grants live today. But we're not stopping there. We're working on a host of other strategies to solve this problem. Just this morning, the head of the U.S. Economic Development Administration was standing right outside this building announcing a new federal award to TechTown that will allow us and our partners to recruit and train 200 investors from across the Midwest who are people of color and women. This will infuse new diversity in the traditionally homogenous angel investor community, because we know that when it comes to getting that first round of capital, relationships matter. Switching gears to another inclusive practice that we've prioritized here at TechTown, you should notice, I hope, that Toast of the Town is also available in Spanish this year. We are absolutely committed to making all of our programming and communication more accessible to the non-native English speakers in Detroit. Once we prove it's possible in Spanish, we'll look to the funding community for resources so we can include services in Arabic and Bangla too. For the native Spanish speakers who are watching right now, we currently offer one-on-one strategy consultations called strategy sessions in Spanish. Come and get all of the help you need for your businesses. I hope what I'm saying isn't a surprise for those of you who know TechTown well. Our commitment to inclusivity and perseverance in the face of adversity didn't just start in March of 2020. Hardly. We've been at this since 2004, when Henry Ford Health System and Wayne State partnered to bring the medical technology being developed in Detroit to market, and TechTown was born. So to close things out and move on to the exciting part of our program where we honor the creativity and tenacity of our Salute Award winners, I want to draw attention to the way that TechTown helps create meaningful connections. Our Salute Award winners this year have connections to Detroit Urban Solutions' Med Health Cluster, our co-working community, and the Professional Services Network. And those are just the TechTown connections. From partners like the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation to Invest Detroit, the Accounting Aid Society, and Prosper Us, our Salute Award winners are evidence that when our ecosystem works together, our businesses and city reap the benefits. Creating equitable access to capital and prioritizing language accessibility and cultural competency takes all of us. This includes federal grants, our invaluable local funders, and especially all of you who chip in whenever and whatever you can to support our mission. Thanks to you, TechTown will help move our local economy forward the way that Detroit will move the world forward. One entrepreneur, one donor, one believer at a time. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. Hola y bienvenidos. My name is Jorge Avellan. I'm a media and business development specialist at Siren, a strategic communication firm. I'm a former news reporter who worked both for Spanish and English television and radio right here in Metro Detroit. So I couldn't be more thrilled to be here sharing the stories of Detroit's incredible entrepreneurs with you for Toast of the Town. We are broadcasting live from the Southwest Ford Resource and Engagement Center, also known as FREC. Can we hear it? How's everybody doing? And since this is a bilingual broadcast, ¿Cómo están? There we go. There we go. We're doing it bilingual today. This is a gathering space for residents to develop new talents, learn new skills, and access essential services. I'm gonna take a deep breath, and if I look distracted, it's because there's food, maybe like 5 feet to my right, and it smells delicious. So I'm hoping that's for us after the show ends. So if you see me with shifty eyes from here and there, it's probably that I'm kind of looking towards the food because I'm so hungry right now. We want to thank our broadcast sponsors, Comcast Business and the DT Energy Foundation. Let's watch a video message from one of our sponsors now.
Hello, I'm Camilo Serna. I work at DTE, and I am a board member at TechTown. On behalf of DTE, its foundation, and the 10,000 employees, we want to welcome you today to Toast of the Town. I also want to congratulate the 2021 Salute Award winners. At DTE, we aspire to be a force for growth for the communities that we serve. And economic development is a critical element in delivering that aspiration for us. And small businesses are crucial in delivering that economic development. So we are proud to support today TechTown and its efforts in supporting businesses to develop, grow, prosper, and thrive. So thank you to all of you supporting TechTown, and hope you can continue to do so in the future.
During my career as a journalist, I made it a point to bring the experiences of Detroit's immigrants communities to life. This passion is shared by our first Salute Award winner, whose marketing and public relations firm has embedded equity and access for all Detroit small business owners in their mission. He's built his business by building a community by being a member of TechTown's co-working and professional service network, making him a Salute Award winner. I am honored. Es un honor present this Salute Award to Juan Carlos Dueweke-Pérez of Featherstone.
Juan Carlos, he is a breath of fresh air, honestly.
He's a great person, someone that has a lot to offer to other people, and is kind enough to just, hand it out to you.
I don't think that I can find the right words, but he is an outstanding human being.
My name is Juan Carlos, and I am the owner of Featherstone. I participate in Ask an Expert in marketing, but I'm also trying to bring in our team, the rest of our team, so that way they're able to share their expertise, their specific expertise, with different business owners.
He helped us better our techniques at marketing, better our managing our employees, how to manage our training programs, and what could be, better alternatives for it.
Marketing is a service that is absolutely necessary to grow businesses, but that is not fully accessible because of language, because of pricing, because of understanding of culture and other things. And so working with TechTown, it's been a reminder that what we're doing is not going to pay off immediately. It's not going to be instant gratification, but it's like a long haul project that is going to support growth of a lot of different communities in the city.
Besides being bilingual, he understands the issues of being an immigrant by being an immigrant himself. So his heart is in the right place. The way that he talks to them, the way that he can relate to their issues.
Being able to actually speak Spanish to Juan Carlos and get this information on Spanish, on my native language, it was really comforting. And also my parents only speak Spanish, so it was really, really wonderful that someone could explain these things to him.
He's very mindful about others. He is very mindful about serving the African American community, the LGBTQ community, and other ethnic groups. It's not just about the Latino community, and so that makes him stand from others. He's very intentional about what he does.
What does it mean to receive a Salute Award? Well, it definitely feels nice, right? It feels real good. But it also, I think that it means that I as a leader am in the right path, and that we as a team are pursuing some form of greatness. And I like to believe that that's true. Thank you, TechTown, for this award. It is not for me, it is for the Featherstone team.
Congratulations, Juan Carlos. At COAC, we're a big fan of his client and our next door neighbors on Woodward Baobab Fair. I suggest you try the samaki. It is really good. I'm welcoming our next guest to help us pay tribute to an unparalleled leader in Detroit, Valencia Stottemeyer. We renamed the Small Business Champion Award last year to pay homage to Marlo, and we are honored to be able to continue lifting up his legacy again today. Please welcome Valencia Stottemeyer.
Thank you, Alondra. It means so much to me to be here today to present this award to someone who shares Marlo's passion for making sure that Detroiters are heard, can fully participate, and are connected to the people and resources that shape the future of their lives and the future of our city. She is a real advocate for small businesses, and so when I learned that she was who TechTown wanted to give this award to in 2021, I was absolutely thrilled. This person has also supported me recently in my work as a current fellow for CEO Action for Racial Equity, where we are working to advance corporate and legislative policy to address systemic racism within the Black community. Our team's focus within the fellowship is on developing solutions that will close the wealth gap and increase wealth through Black entrepreneurship. And she was gracious enough to share her incredible perspective with our team for a Black-owned business and what she goes through. And for that, we are truly thankful. But near and dear to my heart, I am especially honored to present this award because this person knew Marlo personally as a friend and also as a client because she made the conscious decision to support his business. They both recognize that relationships and sponsorship are critical to the survival and growth of small businesses. She represents innovation and perseverance while demonstrating that you can make an impact by bringing your authentic self into every situation. That resonates so much with me because that's who Marlo was and still is to so many of us. He was genuinely himself in every room, regardless of the audience, and he understood the importance of representing for those who are not at the table, but often the focal point of the agenda. For all that she has done and continues to do to advance access and exposure for small businesses, it gives me great pleasure to present the Marlo Stottemeyer Small Business Champion Award to Carla Walker-Miller.
Carla has always shown up to me as an incredible, tenacious visionary of a Detroiter.
She's just like the person that you want to be a mentee to. She's like the person that everybody needs in their life.
She brings this tenacity to say, you know, this is going to be work, and that's okay. And let's go at it in a methodical way and change the world.
I was one of the first companies actually incubated in TechTown. Being on the board of a company like TechTown that actually serves small business owners, it's really important to have small businesses on the board.
About a year ago, Ned Stabler, Dr. Roy Wilson, Carla Walker-Miller, and I got together and really decided that we had to push the organization to make sure that we had clear, measurable goals to bring TechTown into a position where we were embodying our values as an anti-racist institution. And so we made sure that we focused on more than half of TechTown's board members were represented by Black, Indigenous, and people of color. more than half the staff was also represented by Black, Indigenous, and people of color. And as for vendors, we want to make sure that we're supporting Detroit-based businesses, not just creating them, but making sure that they're able to survive and thrive. And so we want to make sure that, you know, we reach a goal of more than half of our vendors being Detroiters and being Black, Indigenous, people of color.
Detroit Means Business was a coalition of for-profit businesses, large businesses, and business-serving organizations, and it was in response to the opportunity to restart after Governor Whitmer's
to mind, and I asked Carla to join us and to lead the effort.
One of the things I'm most grateful for being part of that coalition is that they allowed us to create a stakeholder advisory group of 10 small and mid-sized businesses to inform the work of Detroit Means Business. Again, if we want to serve small businesses, we have to honor the voices of small businesses.
Carla is one of the best champions of Detroit justice and one of the best examples of leadership that we see in Detroit now, and we need more people like her.
Marlo's vision for me was so much bigger than my vision for myself. He was a champion for me and for so many other people. He was a cheerleader. He was an innovator, and he was a friend. So I can't tell you how much receiving this award in the name of Marlo Stottemeyer means to me.
We live in a community abundant with powerful examples of servant leadership. Carla and Valencia could have easily been focused elsewhere in 2020, but instead they committed their energy to the betterment of us, to the betterment of Detroit, and for that we are truly grateful. As Valencia carries forth Marlo's legacy with us, I don't expect this part of the ceremony to get any easier in the years to come. But I am very glad that you are experiencing this with us. Now I am going to introduce you to 11 people whose small business successes will make you smile and would make Marlo proud. Each year, it is nearly impossible to pick just 3 entrepreneurs from the incredibly talented TechTown community of members, clients, and alumni to honor with Salute Awards. This is, I've been told, the hardest part of planning Toast of the Town. To give things a twist and to show you how hard it is, we'll be opening up voting for the People's Choice Salute Award. Voting will continue until approximately 4:50 p.m., but don't worry, we'll give you a 1-minute warning if you have trouble making a decision, which, trust me, will not be easy. We're going to introduce all eight of the People's Choice nominees right after this message from longstanding TechTown supporter and Toast of the Town sponsor, J.P. Morgan Chase.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jason Tinsley, and I'm so thrilled to be here today, not only as a board member, but also representing J.P. Morgan Chase, who has continued to support TechTown since 2014. Now, we are of a shared belief that everyone deserves the opportunity to participate in economic growth, working together to make sure that everyone has what they need to be successful. For example, Chase, in this year alone, has referred over 65 people to TechTown to get the resources they need to participate in workshops and strategy sessions. Our leadership is committed to continuing this, to support employees and businesses to help make sure that we break down barriers of systemic racism. All these goals can be accomplished in collaboration with TechTown, and I can't wait to see what we can do together. Thank you.
December of last year, we were able to connect with TechTown and we applied for a grant. That grant was really important to us. We were working on a enterprise level relationship with the Fortune 500 company, but we needed to fill a SOC 2 digital security audit. Because of the grant we got with TechTown, we're able to pay for that audit. Since then, we've transitioned to 3 states where our software is being used, and right now we're working on a nationwide rollout.
I was in the Cohort Retail Bootcamp, whether it's got to do with leasing or purchasing the merchandise that we had. It taught me so much on learning how to operate a business on a day-to-day basis. In 2022, I plan to open a brick and mortar store, hopefully on the Avenue of Fashion or the West McNichols district.
TechTown has helped us move our business forward by giving us more information about the resources that we have here in Detroit for small businesses owned by families. And now moving forward with the business, they are giving my brother and I really good opportunities to take some classes that will help us manage this a little bit more efficiently. What's next for La Jalisciense is opening an outdoor patio area and bettering our menus, extending it of the options that we have, and also our market, and then, hopefully expanding to a new location.
TechTown has helped me move my business forward by not only being a resource, but a strategic partner. They helped me to find different resources as far as funding, and they've also poured into me as a person. I do know that there's a need for a multicultural beauty school, so I'm going to be partnering with TechTown to get some resources and find some spaces and see what I need to do to make that happen in the city of Detroit.
So Breadless is a low-carb, gluten-free sandwich shop. Instead of using bread or even romaine lettuce, we use Swiss chard, collard greens, turnip greens, and kale as a base of our sandwich.
In terms of championship, TechTown has always been there to support us, whether to try our product, provide feedback, offer up customer testimonials when we were in beta testing, wanting to get feedback on our sandwiches. They're there from the smallest of steps to the biggest of steps.
Our plans for the future are to, number one, launch our first brick and mortar right here in the city of Detroit, which we're super proud to be a part of, but then ultimately create hundreds of entrepreneurs via highly affordable franchises while bringing leafy super greens to neighborhoods everywhere.
TechTown has been a tremendous help and influence in helping us to better understand and validate our business concept and idea, and help us to zero in on who are our early adopters and customers for our business.
Our next steps do entail securing partnerships and funding so that we can create our MVP and test our product in the market.
We've taken the opportunity to join a number of classes, which has allowed us to not only be a sustainable business, but to grow. And without a doubt, what we do will continue on for generations because of the support we receive from TechTown. Our future plan includes looking for the next neighborhood that Detroit Soul can be a part of.
TechTown has helped me by giving me a lot of business insight, definitely teaching me how to do my numbers, a lot of information as far as opening the storefront and keeping the storefront going. And definitely during the pandemic, they reached out to alumni just to see where you're at. If you needed help, and if you did need help, they provided resources to help you get through the pandemic. Motor City Popcorn, we're looking to expand our wholesale distribution. So we have a new deal coming up with kind of a major big chain. We'll be definitely expanding into more and more stores, and we're definitely looking to expand out of state.
All right, so I'm just gonna go a little bit off script. Don't worry, production, I'm not gonna leave my mark. I've always wanted to take a selfie with the audience during a live broadcast, so we're doing that right now. So it's not video, it's a photo, but cheers so you could be excited. All right, 1, 2, 3. And one more. 1, 2, 3. All right, great. I'll post that later and you guys could share it. I've always wanted to do that. They do that at the Oscars, at the Emmys and all that. So now we do it right here in Southwest Detroit. Let's hear it. All right. So it is impossible to learn about the People's Choice nominees and not be amazed by the amount of talent and hustle in Detroit. From high-tech solutions for construction to the simple pleasures of meals with friends and family. TechTown's clients enrich our lives and communities in so many ways. Which story of someone with a dream and passion for their business has moved you the most? I know it's not easy to just to pick one, but start kind of like, your brain cells start working on which one you want. We want to hear from you. Voting is now open with the link in the chat, or scan this QR code on the screen to vote on your phone. Again, if you're here, you're live in person in Southwest. If you don't vote, you don't get to eat after this. So we're keeping track. Juan Carlos, you're hungry. And vote. Now we continue the celebration. Honoring a woman who's so well known in the community that they named their store after him, and whose passion for meeting the needs of her neighborhood with a smile and her ability to adapt to the pandemic makes her a Salute Award winner. Congratulations to Raquel Ramirez de Lozano, owner of El Popo Market. Felicidades a Raquel Lozano, dueña del Popo Market.
Mi nombre es Raquel Ramírez de Lozano y este es mi negocio, el negocio de mi esposo y mío. Se llama El Popo Market y la tienda se basa en tener un surtido de productos, de pues todo, más que nada es producto mexicano.
I live in the neighborhood and this is the place that I go to every day. It's just, you find anything you need. She's always very helpful. If she doesn't have something, she'll order it for you. It's just a great neighborhood store.
It's important to support businesses like El Popo Market because they're serving their community in so many ways. Like, she tries to implement whatever her customers are asking for.
The original idea of our engagement was marketing, because there was construction going on outside the shop, and so then she had the idea of having a soup and salad bar, and COVID restrictions, you're gonna have open food, and so now she moved from the salad bar to a small boutique. I thought it would be a good idea to involve retail services, and I invited Gary to participate with us.
So I was brought in to see what could work differently or better for this space. And I recognized that there was an underutilized space toward the back of the market and an overutilized space at the entrance to the market. So I made simple suggestions about moving some of that stuff and using the space differently. And the next time I returned, she had totally redone the inside of the store. It was incredible.
Ella me ha ayudado mucho también para los cambios de que me dice, mira, si tú mueves esto de aquí y lo pones de esta forma, vas a tener más ventas. Y sí me ha tenido más ventas.
As I understand, there is a 40% increase on revenue, and she was able to do that because she shifted right away to bring new things to the store.
Porque lo que es todos estos productos de la boutique nos ha cambiado, nos ha ayudado a llevar bien las ventas, sobre todo durante toda esta época de la pandemia, que muchos negocios cerraron y nosotros sobrevivimos.
She's so kind and so warm. She's so open and willing to take this information and make it work right away.
One thing that Raquel has that is very unique is she is willing to take the risk. She listens to the advice and then she makes an assessment and she applies the ideas that work best for her.
Siempre, siempre voy a estar agradecida con TechTown por su ayuda y por este premio.
Felicidades, felicidades. 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 Gracias. Following, I did one of those Ron Burgundy things where I'm reading literally from the teleprompter my instructions, so sorry about that. From Anchorman, if you haven't watched that. Raquel and all of our awardees, including the People's Choice Salute Award nominees, are standouts for maximizing the impact of their resources, the expertise, and the programs TechTown offers. Please don't forget to vote for your favorite. It will take all of us working together to make sure that the resources offered through TechTown are available to everyone in our community, no matter what language you are most comfortable in. And as you could, we saw today, we're hearing today, it's Spanish and English and so many different cultures and languages. And it's so important to have that in our community, to reflect our community, to make people feel inclusive. So thank you so much for that. That is why TechTown is planning a photo mosaic donor wall for all to show just what it looks like when we all band together for economic development differently. And we encourage that as well. So thank you all for being here today as we promote this in our community.
I donated to TechTown because from the first time I visited, I could see all the stories, the ideas becoming products, the comeback stories, the family business tradition stories. You should join. You're part of all the success stories that come from TechTown.
Whether you're able to chip in $5 or $5,000, you're a part of a collective effort to build an economy that includes everyone. That's why we're inviting all our donors to submit a photo for the Donor Wall for All, a crowdsourced photo mosaic that will debut at TechTown in 2022.
I am Shannon Kaysen, and I'm a TechTown donor.
If you donated tonight, in the weeks leading up to Toast of the Town, or if you'll make a donation in the coming weeks, we want to celebrate your contribution on the Donor Wall for All. All you have to do is share an image, any image that represents you. We also want to hear from you to help this community-wide project take shape, literally. What image best represents our collective commitment to strengthen our city, neighborhoods, and economy by opening doors to inclusive economic opportunities? Check the chat below for a link scan, or scan the QR code about appearing on screen, or chat the first thing that comes to mind. When we look at the Donor Wall for All, we'll be reminded of and inspired by what we can achieve together. We proved that this spring when more than 100 people pooled their resources to launch the TechTown Startup Fund. We believe, as they do, that your family's net worth shouldn't limit what you can achieve. Because of the outpouring of support, I'm excited to share that TechTown will continue the Startup Fund in 2022. Now, I would like to announce the first 2 awards to Black-owned tech startups, which will support relatively small projects that will pay huge dividends for these companies. The first awardee brings the bar experience to you. After going through Start Studio, TechTown's Idea Stage Accelerator, they successfully launched food delivery and will be delivering spirits by 2022. Their Startup Fund Award will help them reach 100,000 deliveries and $350,000 in revenue next year with a social media marketing campaign. The second is a virtual reality music venue that creates immersive environments where musicians perform and fans connect. They graduated from a student-focused precursor to Start Studio called Launch Detroit. Their Startup Fund Award will help them add 1,000 new artists to the platform while building an audience community in preparation for a $750,000 pre-seed funding round. Please join me in congratulating Bar Drop, represented by founder and CEO Wardell Crutchfield III, and Rax Play, who unfortunately can't be with us tonight. Come on. You made it. Bar Drop is with us tonight. Congratulations. How amazing is it to watch someone's dreams gain momentum? And our community did this. Speaking of the power you possess to make someone feel like $1 million, your window of time to vote for a People's Choice Salute Award winner is closing. Our team is going to drop the link in the chat one more time and start a 1-minute timer right now. Our next message is from one of our longstanding Toast of the Town sponsor, whose services are probably playing a role in how you're voting, Comcast Business.
Good evening. I'm Pamela Dover, Senior Director of Business Development and Marketing for Comcast Business. We are always elated to sponsor TechTown's Toast of the Town event. We celebrate small businesses and want them to be successful. Comcast has many initiatives in place to help entrepreneurs, including our Comcast Rise program. It is a multifaceted effort offering grants, commercial production, media, and technology upgrades. Comcast Rise was created to strengthen and empower small businesses that were hit hard by COVID-19. Thanks, TechTown. Toast of the Town continues to uplift small businesses and encourage them to innovate and thrive to far exceed their dreams. Comcast salutes all of the nominees and winners because you give so much, and our community is enriched by your entrepreneurship.
I am so thrilled to present this next Salute Award to a tech founder who has been diligently building his medical technology startup as an active member of Detroit's entrepreneurial ecosystem. He intentionally engages in the network of support that you can find at TechTown as a co-working member. From patents to a major grant from the National Science Foundation, and now this guy has had an incredible year. Javier Evelyn, founder and CEO of Allergy, congratulations.
Javier represents, maximum utilization and kind of leverage of the broader ecosystem.
My name is Javier Evelyn, and I'm the founder and CEO of Allergy. We build tools to improve the lives of the more than 220 million people worldwide that are impacted by food allergies, people just like myself. The Business Accelerator Fund was the first thing, and it was for $7,000. And when we got it, it felt like $7.7 million because it was like the first time that we got that validation externally with capital that says you all are onto something. And we put all that into some initial IP that eventually served as well because we got a patent this past May, which we're really proud of. And we also won a National Science Foundation grant.
He's an example for what a minority in tech can do. So to see him really gave me a lot of confidence to know that I can actually do something similar.
He did a fantastic job pitching Allergy, and we did our first investment in Javier in early 2018. What's the big problem? He's portioned out into bite-sized pieces and been able to build out a strategy that allows him to create an award-winning app and also this medical device, which will be delivering the epinephrine to folks in severe distress.
There's a program by the name of MedHealth, which is focused on bringing our entrepreneurial healthcare ecosystem closer together and driving economic development. And Javier has consistently, year over year, participated in MedHealth events, our matchmaking events, which has led to a myriad of various introductions and connections that has really blossomed his company.
He is a smart entrepreneur doing big things that will help not just the Detroit area and our region, but help the world.
He didn't wait until he, quote unquote, arrived, until he began to actually reciprocate the value that we attempted to deliver to him.
I got a chance to support some of the work of the good folks over at Start Studio. We got a chance to be on the other side of the pitch competition as a judge, and that's just part of the ecosystem. That's how we move it forward. So that was a great opportunity and key experience that I needed, that I took into other parts of my journey from MedTech Color and to other areas as well.
He is just a great person, he's a great entrepreneur, he's a great leader, and he's built a great company. I think for all of those reasons, he represents everything that we like to see in an entrepreneur and a founder who's gonna be successful.
Yeah, I just wanna say thanks again for being, for the nomination, and I humbly accept the award. It means a lot as somebody that's not originally born and raised in this city, to be adopted many times over. Definitely the DNA of Detroit has made Allergy a very strong company, and I'm really excited for where it's gonna go next, and I just wanna make us all proud.
Congratulations. Congratulations again. As you can tell from Javier's story, the TechTown community is about more than innovation and business savvy. It is about collaborating to harness the power of entrepreneurship to build a better world. Thank you so much to everyone who has made or is making a donation to ensure that the expertise, connections, and resources that fuel the journeys of the entrepreneurs we've met tonight continue to be available for those who are coming next. And I've been told that we finally got all of the final votes in for the People's Choice Salute Award. Dun, 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 dun. And the winner of the People's Choice Salute Award goes to Robin Wright King and Dr. Ali Bazi of Urban Docs. Congratulations.
We want to thank our sponsors, Detroit, Comcast Business, and the DTE Energy Foundation. Thank you so much. You made our bilingual broadcast today possible. And I'm joined by some of the people here today. Thank you so much for coming out. Gracias por sintonizar. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you're on your phone, on your computer, your laptop, I brought my boombox so we can start dancing. And when I say boombox, I mean my iPhone. So we're going to start dancing a little bit. Thank you again so much. Appreciate it, everybody. Take care.
Boombox? Who has a boombox? All right, I just want to add to this last little moment of celebration. First of all, big thanks to our presenting sponsor, Bank of America, and to our sponsors over at the FREC, DTE Energy, the DTE Energy Foundation, and Comcast Business. And finally, I want to add some personal congratulations to one of the most dedicated and passionate TechTown employees. I've known Paul Reiser Jr. for 30 years. And it's been my great privilege to get to work with him here at TechTown for the past 7. He's leaving to take a new opportunity, but I want him to know. So Paul, your impact both at TechTown and across the ecosystem have just been impossible to measure. I am grateful to you for so many things and wish you every success in your many, many future endeavors. You may be leaving TechTown, but you will always be a part of our family. So thank you to everyone tonight. Thank you for watching and celebrating with us. Toast to the Town 2021, and we will see you next year.
As an entrepreneur and as a board member, thank you so much for supporting TechTown. TechTown was the first, and it is the best.
Thanks so much for supporting the next generation of entrepreneurs that are coming out of TechTown and beyond.
Gracias a los donadores de TechTown por ayudar a los pequeños negocios.
Thank you for keeping us safe during the pandemic.
For supporting this amazing co-working community.
For helping Detroit businesses thrive.
For believing in us.
Thank you for supporting our family and our future.
Thank you for allowing me the space and flexibility to serve small businesses in the Detroit community.
Mil gracias por la oportunidad de servir a mi gente.
Thank you to all of our donors and our sponsors, individuals and large entities and everyone in between. We could not do this without you. Thank you so very much.
For investing your time into women-owned businesses, Black-owned businesses, and people of color in the community of Detroit.
Thank you so much for supporting the incredible team at TechTown.
I want to thank everyone who believed in me, who put my dreams in motion. Without that,
Thank you for supporting small, female, minority-owned businesses. We really love and appreciate you.
Thank you for believing us, TechTown, and its supporters.
Thank you for being a part of this exciting TechTown story.